Paulette from Back to Basics Mom here. Today I want to share with you something kind of cool I made today as an accessory for my brother scan and cut. Now I'm just loving this machine. I've been having a lot of fun with it, making welded words and cards and cutting out die cuts and all kinds of fun things. There's just so much you can do with it. But I keep losing my little stylus that you need to use on the screen. It keeps rolling away from me. I don't really like putting it in the back of there. So I was thinking about it, and I had made myself a little caddy a while ago for my sewing machine, and I thought, oh, that is exactly what I need for my scan and cut. So I made this out of some recycled chipboard I had around my house. And then I also had gotten these cords. One goes directly to my computer, and one is a male-female for a USB that had been suggested to me. And one of the suggestions was to not continue to remove things in and out of the slot here, which was great, but the cords were in my way. So I got out some sticky hooks. I don't know if you can see that. And I wound my cords around here, and I wound them around so they don't get in the way of the slot, because this is where your mat comes out. So I just wound them around here. Oh, I'm dropping my tools on the floor. So it's just a couple of sticky hooks. These are just what I had laying around. I'll probably pick up something else when I go to Walmart. But for now, that's what I have. Nice thing is I can just, you can pull these off and swap out a different one, because, they just slide off. And then the sticky's still on there. So that's kind of a bonus of using one of these, as long as you have the same size. So then all I have to do is, with my cords, is, I'd be careful not to tweak them too much on the side here. And I found it works better if I do them together. Just wind it around. And then this one, that one's kind of short, so I just brought it over here, and then this one I just brought it over here and brought it to the front. It kind of hooks on that little box I made there, and it's super handy. So I have all of my tools that I need. This is my stylus and spatula that come with your scan and cut, and then I have my my weeding tool and my extra spatula that came in a special purchase when my mom bought this for me. So what I'm going to show you really quick is how to make a little holder box for yourself. And nice thing about this is you can use whatever kind of chipboard you have around the house. If you have some chipboard from a paper pack, if you have a cereal box, this is a tissue box. And I thought this was pretty, and I don't even have to cover this one with duct tape, because the other one I covered with duct tape. So I'm just going to leave this one as is, and I think I might make this one just a smidge bit bigger, but you don't need to. So this height is about perfect. This height is, it's not quite 4 inches, and we're going to make it about 1 inch wide, so that's going to make it about 2.5, 3 inches tall. So, and that ought to be just perfect. So, first thing I'm going to do, I didn't even get out my trimmer for this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something different even with this one. I am going to get out my trimmer, because I'm going to change up how I did this just a little bit. I'm going to take advantage of this score line from the box. And I'm going to cut about 1 inch past that. So I'm going to go this way. I know, make up my mind, Paulette, right? So I'm going to put the score line, which is right here, on my inch mark. And I'm going to line it up down here and up top, so I know it's nice and straight. And I'm just barely going to make it. See, I had just enough room right there to do that. So then I have that I can fold down. So then, since I have this out, I might as well use this. And then I want to cut it. I'm just going to clean up this edge while I'm at it. I'm going to want this about, to make it easy, I'm going to make it the same size as my other one, and I'll tell you at the end how you can make it bigger. But I'm going to cut this at 6.5 inches. So that's 6. Gets a little hard right here because that's where the bend is, but the 6.5 is right in the little hole there. And I'm just going to cut that. So I'm going to get rid of this because I'm going to use my scoreboard instead, because for this project it's just a little bit easier. So then I'm going to get my scoreboard out, and then we're going to score it. So I'm just going to use this bone folder because this is easy. So I'm going to score it here at 6, because this is my little overflap for when we wrap it around on itself, and there's just a little bit of overlap there. And then I'm going to score at, let's see, what did I do before? I did it at 2 and at 4, and then, so basically do it at 1 inch, 2 inches, then at 4 inches, then at 5 and 6. So I'm just gonna make sure it's scored really good since this chipboard is a little bit heavy. If you want to plan this out a little bit more so you can see what your front is going to be, you can do that, and then you test your size. So, because this is going to be our height. So that is not sticking out a whole lot, but that's probably fine. If you wanted to trim it down a little bit more, you can. Let's trim I'm going to trim like a 1/2 inch off of that. So it just kind of depends on what you want it for. I'm just going to trim off a 1/2 inch. That's better, sticks up a little bit more. But it's to your taste, you can do it however you want. And then I am just going to cut on all these little score lines. I am just going to cut them up, and I'm going to stop at that score line. But I'm not going to do this little tabby one here. Do all these. And just stop right there. Then I'm going to get my score tape because I want something a little bit heavier than my ATG tape. So I'm just going to use my score tape. And then basically we're just going to wrap this around. And you'll see it is going to form a little box. And then we'll fold the bottom in to make the bottom of the box. So the easiest way I found, I have my little 1/2 inch right here. Easiest way I found to get that laid down nice and secure was to lay it down like that. So I have a little bit of a guide. I'm going to use my skinnier score tape. I'm going to use my 1/4 inch. Excuse the noise while I get it out of my bag here. I'm just going to use my 1/4 inch just because it makes it a little easier so I don't have overlap and don't want things to get sticky. Just going to put this on there, and I'll probably put a little extra just to make sure it's nice and reinforced. I'm going to tear that one, pull the release paper off that one. I'm going to line it up right on the edge this time. There we go. Love the tear tape, it's so great. So we'll do that. And then fold it over. Just want to make sure that's going to be right. Yep, that's right. Do that. Now, I probably didn't need to even score it on that spot, but it just made it easier to have a guideline for me. So this is what we have so far. We have this box, and now you need to fold the bottoms in. So you can kind of, I like to do it where the seam is, and fold that down, and we're going to put score tape on all of it just to make sure it sticks down really good, because we do not want it coming apart. So I'm going to do one there. lots of tape because we want the bottom to hold really good. And then I'm going to stick that down and stick that down. If you're hanging over just a little bit so it's not going to fold flat, you can just like trim that away. So there's some plastic here left from my tissue box. I'm just going to peel that away. I'm not really, this tear tape is great, but I'm not real like adept with it yet. I'm not real, you know, I'm just kind of not used to using it yet, so I don't really know the best way to make the most of it. Let's tear those off. Just gonna use my, I got something else. I got like a paintbrush. I'm gonna use my paintbrush handle then, because I can't reach down in there. So that is stuck. Now this is a little bit small, but it's actually the perfect size. This is the same size I did, and it fit all these tools. If you want to use more tools, that's fine. What you need to do is just, you know, make sure when you're adding your width that you know, add it all the way around. So like if I was going to make this like a 1/2 inch longer, then I want to add a 1/2 inch to this, a 1/2 inch to this. And then you could still have it just 1 inch here if you wanted, but just, you know, it's really not that hard. But this one's about 2 inches wide by 1 inch deep. And it's, let's see, it's about 3 1/4 inches deep this way. So pretty easy, and it's already pretty. Otherwise you could wrap it with duct tape. I might put a little piece of just, if you have either clear tape, which all I have is invisible like package wrapping tape, but just on the back side here, I'm just going to do this for a little extra reinforcement. And then there's 2 ways that you can attach this. You can either use like the 3M sticky, which I didn't bring any more down here, but that's how the hooks like that are on the back of the machine are held on with the little tab. You can either hook it on with that, or I just used, shove the stuff out of the way here. I didn't want to waste those, so I just used a little bit of duct tape. You can see right here, I have some at the top, and then I have some, I had it go along the bottom and then down the sides, so it's stuck on there pretty, I'm pushing on that pretty hard. It's stuck on there pretty well, so it's not moving at all. So, and it's still removable. This is just, it's not the super sticky duct tape. This is just the cheap dollar store stuff. So then you got your own right there. This one's actually a little bit deeper. But yeah, you can just do it like that, and then you just have your tools in there so you don't keep having this one roll around on the table and roll away from you. You can just stick it right in there, and it's ready to go whenever you need it. So thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. Hopefully you'll join me again, and thanks for stopping by. I already said that. It's one of those days. Aren't they all? Anyway, find something crafty to do. Thanks for stopping by. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe if you want to keep seeing more. And take care, everybody. Bye-bye.